You can learn a lot from Bruce Lee, and I've done a number of videos on Bruce Lee and his philosophy, because not only was he a great martial artist, he was a great philosopher as well. And one of the things that Bruce Lee used to say was, I don't teach karate, I don't practice karate, because I don't believe in styles. He said, I believe that as a human being, my goal is the true and total and honest expression of myself. How can I achieve that? So it's interesting to me because you can equate his words, or especially his discussion of styles or his dislike of styles. He talked about styles as being a doctrine that you must believe in. It has to become like the gospel truth to you. And styles basically cause you to become fixed in a certain way of thinking, or in his case, a certain way of performing martial arts. And he didn't like that. He felt that that was very limiting. And you could equate, as traders, styles would be systems. And I've talked about systems many times in videos where, people who believe that they're going to find some magical system that's going to pick them up and take them to success without any kind of emotional stress or any kind of behavioral changes on their part. It's some kind of mechanical black box thing. They're just going to plug it in and it's going to spit out buy sell recommendations and everything's going to be wonderful, and it's just going to be this linear growth to success and enormous profits. And that's just a fantasy. We know that to be a fantasy. So when I heard Bruce Lee talk about that, and then I thought about my own approach, which, by the way, we go away from systems. What I teach to my subscribers and followers and students who I have had over the past is that basically we learn a set of skills, and it really boils down to two things. One is a concise and thorough understanding of the monetary system and how policy affects that, and we do that through an understanding of MMT. And secondly, probably the most important, is the mental game aspect. That is the skills of, those are behavioral skills, all right? All the stuff that I teach in mental game, that's detachment, patience, alignment, discipline, and trust. And those are the real things. That's the real bedrock that carries us through. And that really is what Bruce Lee was describing as, here I present myself here as a human being wanting to develop or show or achieve the true and honest expression of myself. And that basically is the mental game aspect that we talk about. I've had many people who have come to me and then quit out of frustration because whatever, they're not getting the stop losses, and they can't handle that, or they're not getting 10 stock recommendations every day to buy and sell. Those people, of course, they're after action, not money. Or they cannot ride through periods of adversity. They don't have the patience, or even not periods of adversity, just periods where you're in a position and it isn't doing anything, and they don't want to have to sit with it. It's like, again, that is, the need for action as opposed to the need for money. So our approach is a very fluid and open approach, and it really is aligned with what Bruce Lee was talking about in the full and true expression of oneself. Our whole approach is not system-based, it's personal development-based, because that's all trading really boils down to. Anyone who uses a system, if they are successful, whether they understand this or not, have developed a level of mental game. And that is the thing that allows that system to perform. It's not the system. I could take darts and throw darts at a dartboard for the millionth time that I said that. And I think some of my longtime followers who have achieved a level of success can probably do the same thing now. And they absolutely understand what I am talking about. But anybody new or anybody under the belief that it has nothing to do with them, it has to do with some set of systematized rules that's going to take them where they want to go. That's just complete. That's just complete nonsense. And they'll find that out sooner or later. They'll either find it out in constant losses, and eventually they'll just give up because they're not going to be successful at this game. Or some, very, very few, like those who have come to me and stuck with me, will become enlightened and understand that it's not about the system, it's about themselves. And they set out to work on themselves, and that's when they really begin to achieve the success that they sought after for so long, but were unable to find. So, Bruce Lee, unbelievable. Bye-bye.